All right. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Tom Maxon, LMBT, and nationally board certified reflexologist through the ARCB. I wanted to speak for a few minutes about self-care, and reflexology is amazing for self-care because it's a mind and body practice. You really can't separate taking care of your mental health and your physical health. And what I like to do, as often as possible, daily would be optimal, is taking care of my feet. I like to do a few quick techniques to kind of be mindful, to feel how I feel. Try to notice what my feet are telling me about the rest of my body. But you don't need to know all of the connections. If you have a reflexology chart, or you can Google hundreds of different images of reflexology charts or maps, as they're called, to show you what all of the zones of the feet are connected to in the larger body. Even if you don't know any of that information, or you don't take the time to Google a chart, you can do a lot of good for yourself in terms of connecting those dots between how your feet feel and how the rest of your body feels. Being mindful of your feet, it's going to be a good practice. And what I'm doing right now would be technically called foot massage. The trademark technique of reflexology is an intermittent pressure. Press, release. Press, release. Kind of an inchworm on and off, like you're turning a light switch on and off. Would be the typical reflexology technique. That technique alone is going to calm down your nervous system. It's going to encourage balance through the whole body. What I'm doing right now is giving some attention to the spinal reflexes on the lateral edge of the foot, the inside arch, if I'm coming this way, sideways into the foot. The heel is related to the hip joint. This would be the sacroiliac zone. And then a little higher up or further from the knee would be the lumbar spine, about halfway through the arch. Then we have thoracic spine on the top half of the arch up to the ball of the foot, where the arch meets the ball of the foot. And then we're going to kind of jump over that little bunion area that's pretty tender usually, and get into the neck of the toe, which corresponds to the neck of the body, the cervical spine. And I really don't know anyone who has perfectly happy, healthy, flexible, stress-free, totally balanced spine. Most people don't have that. So this is good for anyone who wants to just relax and pay attention to where there might be some more tension. A lot of times you'll notice one side is more tender or lumpy and bumpy or crunchy in texture than the other side, which should correspond to your actual spine. Are there knots? Are there adhesions? Are there tight spots? Strains and sprains, that kind of thing. Overexertion. So I'm just gonna work through those areas a little bit. Not trying to prove anything. Your thumbs should not be hurting at all. Your feet shouldn't be hurting from this. If you find a super tender spot, just take your time. Take the pressure off and let it slowly sink in. You don't have to gouge yourself with your thumbs. That's not gonna really do any good. That's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you. I also like doing kind of loose knuckles. You can put some quick knuckle action around your base of your heels. The dorsal side is the top side of your foot. That would be your groin muscles and some reproductive energies going through there. A lot of ladies hormonally will express some tenderness there throughout their cycle in different points. And that too can be really tender on the top of your foot. So just kind of dragging. I'm pushing hard enough that I'm not tickling, but really any more pressure is not going to help anymore. This is a neurological technique. I'm speaking to the brain. I'm flipping a light switch on and off way more than I'm thinking in terms of deep tissue massage or, working a trigger point out of my foot tissues. That's not gonna do much good to approach the feet that way. They are way too strong, way too resilient to repetitive pressure. If you imagine a marathon runner, their feet will absorb and redirect and laugh at millions of pounds of impacting pressure, cumulative impacting pressure. Like a lot, like 20 plus million pounds of pressure. It's unthinkable to pretend that I could do anything with that much force through my little thumbs. So, that is a quick run through of what I do almost every day. Usually when I get out of the shower, before I put on some socks and shoes, I'll just pay attention to what my spine is doing today. How do my feet feel? Take a minute to breathe and relax before I conquer the day. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Keep in touch with me, ask questions, subscribe to my channels. Let me know what kind of content you want to hear. I am Tom Maxon, LMBT, and nationally board certified reflexologist. I practice in Cary, North Carolina, and would love to hear from you.